Welcome! Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Let's get started. Shocking 13 Facts. Diana vs. Camilla, the story of betrayal, envy, and bulimia. Welcome to a journey through the fascinating lives of the British royal family. Today, we will explore some of the most intriguing and captivating events that have happened behind the palace walls. We will delve into the private life of Diana, Princess of Wales, and her struggles with bulimia, which ultimately impacted her marriage with Prince Charles. We will also discover the difficulties Charles faced in his marriage to Diana, as well as the birth of Prince William and its effect on the royal couple. Join us as we explore the divide between Diana and Camilla, the unraveling of a fairy tale marriage, the aftermath of the scandal, the long wait for love, the rehabilitation of Prince Charles, and the scandalous details that have captured the world's attention. Get ready to uncover the secrets and scandals of the British royal family, from the highs to the lows, and everything in between. This is a story of intrigue, love, betrayal, and ultimately, the pursuit of a happily ever after. Friends, I remind you, the royal family's biggest secrets exposed. Join our uncensored Telegram channel for all the details. Link in the first pinned comment below. Number 1. Diana's private life behind palace walls. While Diana may have appeared to be a fairy tale sweet princess to the public, behind the walls of the palace, her behavior was unpredictable and often difficult for those around her to manage. She suffered from depression, and her moods were unpredictable. At one moment she could be as quiet as water, but in a minute she would be hysterical and obsessive. There were rumors that she tried to commit suicide by throwing herself down the stairs while 3 months pregnant. She also practiced telephone terror, calling different people, including Camille, 100 times a day, and was silent on the phone. Number 2. Diana's bulimia and its effect on her marriage. Diana's bulimia was a nervous condition that characterized her excessive appetite. On the couple's honeymoon aboard a yacht in the Mediterranean, Diana's bulimia made the trip a disaster. She would eat a large amount of food and then go to the bathroom and empty her stomach in one sitting, leaving her smelling like vomit. Charles later complained that her condition made him sick to his stomach. Number 3. Diana's rivalry with Camilla Parker-Bowles. Diana had reason to be nervous about Camilla's presence, as Charles's diary of official events included photographs of her, and he even wore cufflinks in the shape of 2 intertwined C's, the initials of Charles and Camilla, for a reception with the Egyptian president. Shortly after the wedding, Diana found letters from Camilla to Charles of a very intimate nature. Diana referred to her rival by no other name than Rottweiler. Camilla, on the other hand, called Diana a ridiculous creature among people close to her. Number 4. Charles's difficulties in his marriage to Diana. Charles and Diana were very different, and it was not easy for them to find common ground. Diana's suspiciousness was pathological, and she would accuse Charles of calling other women as soon as he left the room. The princess suffered from depression, and a few months after the wedding, her condition became so serious that she had to seek help from psychiatrists. However, expert advice didn't help, and she couldn't take sedatives because she found out she was pregnant. Number 5. The birth of Prince William and its effect on the royal couple. The birth of Prince William in 1982 further exacerbated the situation between Charles and Diana. According to servants, Diana would prevent Charles from spending time with William, telling him it was time for the baby to go to bed. William's nanny was obliged to notify the princess every time Charles appeared in the nursery. Charles tried to arrange a family life, forfeiting many of his usual pleasures, but he could not give up his daily interaction with Camilla Parker-Bowles. In the early years of their marriage, Prince Charles made a sincere effort to be a devoted husband. However, Diana's erratic behavior and emotional outbursts repeatedly pushed him away. Despite his best efforts, he found himself seeking comfort in the arms of the woman he had always loved, Camilla. In 1984, Diana gave birth to their second son, Prince Harry. The princess, always eager to make her husband look bad in the press, encouraged articles that portrayed Charles as insensitive and callous. According to reports, upon seeing his newborn son, he allegedly made a remark about his red hair before heading off to play polo. Charles vehemently denied the accusation and claimed that he played polo the next day instead. Nevertheless, he felt deeply hurt and offended by the press coverage. Taking advantage of Diana's hospital stay, Charles invited Camilla over to his place for dinner. It was a forbidden reunion that ended up taking place in Diana and Charles's marital bed. The lovers had previously abstained from sex for the sake of the country and the monarchy, but their voluntary renunciation was now over. Following Harry's birth, Diana and Charles began sleeping in separate rooms at Kensington Palace. It was a clear sign that their marriage was in trouble, and the world could only watch as their relationship continued to unravel. While we may never know exactly what happened between them, one thing is certain: the story of Princess Diana and Prince Charles will continue to captivate audiences for generations to come. Number 6. The divide between Diana and Camilla. The relationship between Princess Diana and Camilla Parker-Bowles was never an amicable one. Diana saw Camilla as a threat to her marriage with Prince Charles and despised her for it. Their differences became more pronounced when Diana moved her belongings out of Highgrove Manor in early 1986, leaving Camilla to be the hostess. Diana's disdain for Camilla was evident in her derogatory comment about Highgrove's regulars, whom she called wrinkled. Diana preferred pop hits to classical music and found the philosophical conversations at Highgrove Manor tedious. On the other hand, Camilla was fond of classical music and cherished the roses in the garden. Number 7. The unraveling of a fairytale marriage. The fairytale marriage between Prince Charles and Princess Diana was falling apart. Despite Queen Elizabeth's insistence that divorce was out of the question, Diana was not going to mend her relationship with Charles. In fact, she began flirting with other men, perhaps to spite Charles or to follow her heart. Her intimate telephone conversation with James Gilby, a used car dealer, was intercepted and printed in the newspapers. At the same time, a conversation between Charles and Camilla was also intercepted. The printed revelations of the prince and princess caused quite a shock, with the public accusing Charles of ruining a wonderful marriage. The scandals ultimately led to the divorce between Diana and Charles, which both had yearned for. Number 8. The aftermath of the scandal. The scandal had far-reaching consequences for both Charles and Camilla. Charles was mocked and ridiculed in the press for his soft cooing with Camilla and was dubbed Prince Tampacino by the Italians. Camilla was besieged by journalists, and her children were teased cruelly at school. Charles was given a stark choice by a team of loyalists assembled to repair his tarnished image: Camilla or the crown. Charles chose the crown, and Camilla married Andrew Parker-Bowles. The aftermath of the scandal was devastating for both parties, with Charles and Camilla paying a heavy price for their love. Despite the embarrassment, the public couldn't help but be amazed at the strength of Charles and Camilla's feelings, which had endured for nearly 20 years. Number 9. The long wait for love. It was a love story that spanned over 3 decades. Charles, the Prince of Wales, and Camilla Parker-Bowles had known each other since their 20s, but it was not until the 1970s that they became romantically involved. However, their love affair was interrupted by Charles's duty to marry and produce an heir to the throne. They both went on to marry other people, but they remained close friends and confidants throughout their marriages. For 35 years, they waited for their chance to be together. They were seen together in public, but their relationship remained secret. The British public was not ready to accept a divorced woman as a royal consort. The press hounded them, and Diana, Charles's first wife, was deeply hurt by the relationship. She spoke about it to the media, and the world knew about the love triangle between Charles, Diana, and Camilla. Despite the public scrutiny, Charles and Camilla remained devoted to each other. They wrote letters, exchanged gifts, and met in secret. They never lost hope that someday they would be together. Number 10. The rehabilitation of Prince Charles. The 1990s were a difficult time for the British monarchy. The marriage of Charles and Diana had failed, and the public blamed Charles for the breakdown of their relationship. In addition, his relationship with Camilla was still a subject of controversy. The Prince of Wales needed to rehabilitate his public image, and his advisors came up with a plan. The charm offensive was launched, and it worked. Charles's popularity began to grow, and the British public started to forgive him. The prince was seen playing with his sons, William and Harry, and the public began to see him as a loving father. Charles even appeared in a documentary where he spoke openly about the problems in his marriage and his relationship with Camilla. Camilla's role in Charles's life became more visible. She was his confidant, his best friend, and his companion. The press started to write about her in a more positive light, and her public appearances increased. Charles's advisors worked hard to rehabilitate Camilla's image, and they succeeded. She was no longer seen as a homewrecker, but as a woman who had stood by Charles through thick and thin. Number 11. The Scandalous Details. As Charles and Camilla's relationship became more public, the press started to dig up scandalous details about their affair. Some of the stories were true, while others were embellished. Nevertheless, the British public was shocked to learn about the intimate details of the relationship. It was revealed that Charles had been unfaithful to Diana with Camilla while they were still married. It was also rumored that Andrew Parker-Bowles, Camilla's ex-husband, had known about the affair and had turned a blind eye to it. The press wrote about the couple's secret meetings, candlelit dinners, and walks in the park. The public was outraged by the scandalous details, but Charles and Camilla remained stoic. They continued to attend public events and appeared together in public. They knew that their love was worth fighting for, and they were determined to be together. Number 12. Happily Ever After. After decades of waiting, Charles and Camilla finally got married on April 9, 2005. It was a joyous occasion, and the couple looked happy and in love. They were no longer hiding their love, and they were now free to be together. Charles and Camilla's love story is a testament to the power of true love. They endured years of public scrutiny and scandal, but their love never wavered. They are now the king and queen consort of Great Britain, and their love story has captivated the world. Despite the initial public disapproval and scandal surrounding their relationship, Charles and Camilla's enduring love and commitment to each other have won over many hearts. Their love story is a testament to the power of true love, even in the face of adversity and societal pressures. It is a reminder that sometimes love takes time to blossom and flourish, and that it is never too late to pursue happiness. Their marriage also marked a significant moment in the history of the British monarchy. Charles became the first heir to the throne to marry a divorced woman, which was previously forbidden by the Church of England. It was a controversial move that initially faced opposition from some members of the royal family and the public. However, over time, their relationship and subsequent marriage have helped to modernize the image of the monarchy and make it more relatable to the public. Charles and Camilla's approachable and down-to-earth personalities have endeared them to many, and they have become known for their philanthropic work and dedication to charitable causes. Their marriage has also set a new precedent for the future of the monarchy, paving the way for Prince William and Prince Harry to marry women who were previously divorced. Overall, the love story of Charles and Camilla is a fascinating tale of love, perseverance, and the ability to overcome obstacles. It serves as an inspiration to all those who have faced adversity in their pursuit of love and happiness. Number 13. Conclusion of this grand story. In conclusion, the story of Princess Diana and Prince Charles's marriage is one of intrigue, love, betrayal, and the pursuit of a happy ending. Behind the walls of the palace, Diana's behavior was unpredictable and often difficult to manage due to her bulimia and depression. Her rivalry with Camilla Parker-Bowles added to her troubles. Charles also struggled in his marriage to Diana due to their differences and her pathological suspiciousness. The birth of Prince William and Prince Harry did not bring them closer, and their relationship continued to deteriorate. The world watched as their marriage unraveled, and Charles sought comfort in Camilla's arms. Though we may never know the full story, the tale of Diana and Charles will continue to captivate audiences for generations to come. Thank you for tuning in. New and intriguing videos about the royal family are now available for you to watch on your screen. Be sure to give them a look.